everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 20th of November 2021. Starting with very first question. Which union ministry is set to launch Nutrition Smart Village initiative? So Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is set to launch a program on a Nutrition Smart Village. Why? To strengthen the Poshan Abhiyan. And this scheme is a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So this particular initiative aims to reach out to nearly 75 villages across India through the network of All India Coordinated Research Project on Women in Agriculture. So the basic aim is to promote nutritional awareness, education and behavioral change in rural areas using the local recipe to overcome malnutrition and implementing nutrition sensitive agriculture. Okay. Now apart from it, as a part of World Toilet Day observance, Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has launched a week-long awareness campaign on Safai Mitra Suraksha Challenge. So a total of 246 cities are participating in the challenge which is being conducted across the country, and it encourages the cities to mechanize their sewer and septic tank cleaning operations in order to prevent death and fatalities of sanitation workers. Now apart from it, as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, states and union territories of India have conducted a week-long Green Village activity under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme from 29th of October to 4th of November. So during this Clean Green Village Week, the focus was on the identification and construction of soak pits, then vermicompost pit and various type of initiatives such as vermicomposting, reuse of waste materials and recycling of non-biodegradable waste. Okay. Now you have to tell me which ministry has recently launched a new market segment named as Green Day Ahead Market, which will enable electricity generations and distribution companies to buy and sell renewable energy through open access. Please write your answers in the comment section. Now question number 2. Which country formed a parliamentary friendship association with India recently? So Sri Lanka formed India-Sri Lanka Parliamentary Friendship Group with senior members of Sri Lankan Parliament to promote bilateral ties with India. And the country had earlier decided to buy fertilizer from India after rejecting the Chinese fertilizer consignment. So this India-Sri Lanka Parliamentary Friendship Association for the 9th Parliament of Sri Lanka was established recently. Now apart from it, since trade between India and Bhutan rose from $484 million in the year 2014 to 15 to now $1083 million in 2020 to 21. So that's why now India and Bhutan will have 7 additional entry and exit points for trade as part of measures to increase trade connectivity. Okay. And here which fertilizer we are talking about? Few days back we had seen that Sri Lanka has recently received non-harmful nano nitrogen liquid fertilizer from India to boost cultivation. Okay. Now last month, 8th edition of India-Sri Lanka bilateral joint exercise called as Mitra Shakti was conducted at Ampara in Sri Lanka. Also in the month of September, Sri Lanka declared a state of emergency over food shortage after all the private banks there ran out of foreign exchange to finance the imports. Okay. Question number 3. When is the World Pneumonia Day observed across the world? So this day is observed every year on 12th of November, and over 100 children organizations joined the global coalition against child pneumonia to hold the first World Pneumonia Day. And under the Universal Immunization Program, the PCV program was launched in India, and this program aims to spread awareness and reduce mortality and morbidity among the children due to pneumonia. Actually, in India, it is estimated that 1.2 million children die before 5 years, and 15.9% of deaths are due to pneumonia. So that's why to tackle all these problems, these steps have been taken, and you have to tell me what does PCV stands for. Please write in the comments. Now apart from it, the Public Service Broadcasting Day is celebrated every year on same day, that is on 12th of November, to commemorate the only visit of Mahatma Gandhi to All India Radio in Delhi in the year 1947. So Mahatma Gandhi addressed the displaced people through radio who had settled at Kurukshetra on temporary basis in Haryana after the partition. Okay. Now apart from it, also United Nations celebrates 10th of November every year as the World Science Day for Peace and Development, which aims to highlight the role played by science in society. And the theme for this year was Building Climate-Ready Communities, and 2021 marks the 20th edition of this particular day. Also, we celebrate National Legal Services Day annually on 9th of November, and it aims to commemorate the enactment of Legal Services Authority Act and to create awareness about the provisions related to the Act. Now you have to tell me, recently on 9th of November, which state has celebrated its Foundation Day as 27th State of India? Please write in the comments. Question number 4. Which company has launched new smaller dish to connect with satellites in low Earth orbit? So SpaceX CEO Elon Musk satellite internet service, that is Starlink, has launched a new smaller and rectangular dish to connect with satellite constellation in the low Earth orbit. So it is a kind of thin and lightweight option than the circular dish that Starlink beta users have been testing over the last year. And Starlink aims to launch about 12,000 satellites into low Earth orbit, where they can provide broadband internet coverage to people on the ground. Okay. Now apart from it, in the previous lecture we have seen that SpaceX has launched its spacecraft named as Crew Dragon Endurance, carrying 4 astronauts into orbit to the International Space Station, and this includes the 600th person to reach space in 60 years. And this spacecraft was launched using SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. Headquarters of SpaceX lies in California, and it was founded in 2002 by Elon Musk. Okay. Now apart from it, NASA's Earth observing satellite named as Landsat 9 was recently launched on 27th of September, and it is a joint mission between NASA and USGS, that is United States Geological Survey, and recently the satellite has collected its first light images of Earth, and these images would help to understand the climate crisis. Also, it would help in managing agricultural practices and in preserving our resources, and also we can now give a better response to the natural disasters. Okay. Question number 5. COCON is the annual cyber security and hacking conference organized by which state's police department? So the 14th edition of this event has recently been organized by Kerala Police Department, and Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat addressed the conference and stressed the need for a national framework to tackle the cyber attacks. Also, he announced that cyber crimes have gone up by almost 500% in India during the pandemic. Okay. Now, apart from it, Wayanad district of Kerala has recently reported 13 cases of norovirus, which is a contagious stomach bug and it causes gastrointestinal illness. So this virus is said to be transmitted through contaminated water and food, and later it leads to inflammation of the lining of the stomach and intestine. And the infection is said to be serious in young children and in elderly people. Fine. Now, apart from it, a group of entomologists have documented the odonate fauna for the very first time in the state of Kerala. Also recently, Kerala has topped the Public Affairs Index, and the top 3 states among the larger states were Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. The top 3 among smaller states were Sikkim, Goa and Mizoram, and top 3 among union territories were Puducherry, Jammu Kashmir and Chandigarh. Do remember that Delhi is not in the top 3. Okay. Question number 6. India's Bhadla Solar Park, the largest solar power park, is located in which state? So this is the largest solar power park in the world, first of all, and it is located in Bhadla, which is a dry region in Rajasthan. So this solar park spans over 14,000 acres, and there are over 10 million solar panels at the park, which together contribute to an operational capacity of 2,245 megawatt, and it was commissioned in the year 2020. Now, apart from it, Shakti 2021 is a biennial training exercise between the armies of India and France, and this year's exercise is the 6th edition of this training between the two nations, and it would be conducted at France. So Indian Army would be represented by our strength of Gorkha Rifles Infantry Battalion. Also last month, Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and our Union Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari had inaugurated the emergency landing facility on a national highway in Rajasthan. So this is the very first time a national highway will be used for emergency landing of Indian Air Force aircraft. Okay. Not only this, also Rajasthan has undertaken a biodiversity conservation project with the support of French Development Agency AFD to promote ecotourism in the state. Okay. Question number 7. At which place in India the 52nd International Film Festival of India is set to be celebrated? So the International Film Festival of India is an annual event which provides a common stage for all the filmmakers worldwide to showcase their talents. And this year it is set to be held in Goa in January 2022, and it is organized jointly by the Directorate of Film Festivals and the state government of Goa. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that United Nations Climate Change Conference COP27 would be hosted by Egypt in the year 2022, and COP28 would be hosted by UAE in the year 2023. Now apart from it, recently Government of India's Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances in association with Government of UP has organized a 2-day regional conference on strengthening the state institutes of public administration at Lucknow. And the objective of the conference was to bring various training institutions on one single platform to share the best practices and requirements in governance and administrative training. Now apart from it, the United Nations Peacekeeping Chief has recently warned about the crisis in Africa's Sahel region. So he highlighted that millions of people are displaced right now. Also he warned about the lack of access of schools to children and lack of primary health care to the people. So he was speaking at a United Nations Security Council meeting on G5 Sahel Force. And it was set up by 5 African nations, which are these: Chad, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger and Mauritania. So this organization was formed in 2017 to fight the terrorist threat in the Sahel region. Okay. Question number 8. Which Indian professor has been elected to the International Law Commission for a 5-year term? So Professor Bimal Patel, who is Vice Chancellor of Rashtriya Raksha University, and also he is a member of National Security Advisory Board of India, and recently he has been elected to the International Law Commission for a 5-year term. So he obtained 163 votes in the United Nations General Assembly out of total 192 members, and with this he topped the Asia Pacific group that included 11 candidates from China, South Korea and Japan. Now apart from it, the 15th Finance Commission headed by Mr. N.K. Singh has recently recommended grants to rural and urban local bodies of 19 states in India. So as per the Commission's recommendation, the Government of India has recently released grants amounting to 8,453.92 crore rupees as healthcare grant to the rural and urban local bodies. Okay. Now also recently, a 20-member empowered group of secretaries has been constituted by the Government of India to monitor the development and implementation of Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan, so as to examine it carefully. Okay. Question number 9. According to IQ Air Pollution Rankings, which city has the worst air quality index? I think it's a very obvious question. So as per this list, Delhi tops with the worst AQI of 460, and the list also includes Mumbai and Kolkata in the top 10 most polluted cities in the world. So the cities with the worst AQI indices also include Lahore from Pakistan and Chengdu from China. So this IQ Air is a Switzerland-based climate group which has released a list with worst air quality indicators and pollution. Okay. Now in the previous lectures we have seen that Delhi government has announced that it will launch a month-long campaign against the open burning of garbage. So a total of 550 teams from 10 departments will work to control instances of open burning. Now apart from it, CRISIL has recently estimated that the highest inflation was faced by the upper 20% income group in urban areas, which are driven by fuel and core inflation. So it basically amounts to 5% year on year in October compared to 4.6% in September. And the lowest inflation was faced by the bottom 20% in rural areas at 3.9% year on year in October, driven by the lower food inflation. Okay. Now coming to last question, Shuttler's Flick Making Every Match Count is the autobiography of which famous personality? So India's chief national badminton coach P. Gopi Chand has formally launched his autobiography, and this book has been co-authored by Priya Kumar. So basically it narrates his journey into badminton as a player, then as a coach, and the challenges he faced in producing top players including Olympic medalist Saina Nehwal, PV Sindhu, B. Sai Pranath and former world number 1 K. Srikanth. Okay. Also recently, the former chairperson of SBI, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, has released his autobiography named as The Custodian of Trust, and it was published by PRHI, that is Penguin Random House India. Also recently, Mr. Rajneesh Kumar has been appointed as chairman of BharatPe, and apart from it, our Union Minister Rajnath Singh has inaugurated the first operationalized private sector defense manufacturing facility in Uttar Pradesh Defense Industrial Corridor in Lucknow. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.